Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. In this video, I want to talk about ways that you can eat more fruit and get fruit for cheaper. And I've got some hacks, and I'm going to share with you what I do to get more fruit in my life, and a couple of little secret tips that I have for that. I've got a new microphone, so I'm hoping that's working well. I'm testing that out, so I'm not having to wear the microphone anymore. Also, if it's your first time, consider subscribing, and I've got an email newsletter. I'm trying to help people to grow the plant-based life and to live the plant-based life. So if you need help, I'm going to offer you free tips and lead you, hopefully 1,000 people at least, to successfully do the plant-based diet. So let's jump into this video topic of eating more fruit. So the thing about fruit is we know it's all very good for us, and it's got fiber and all kind of antioxidants, and it's great for the plant-based diet. But you know, sometimes fresh produce can be a little bit expensive, or I should say at least not cheap. So if you're somebody on a budget, what should you do about that? Well, the first thing I offer for advice is what I eat a lot of is actually the cheapest fruit that I have been able to find, and those are actually bananas, and they're extremely underrated fruit. They have lots of fiber, potassium, other minerals and vitamins. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but you know, bananas are actually very good for you and undervalued, and for whatever reason, they're actually I think the most purchased product in for Walmart out of like anything they have, because they're just, and maybe that's why the price is the lowest for bananas, because people like to eat them. But anyway, that is the cheapest fresh produce that I've been able to find, fruit wise. So I always get bananas when I go shopping. Kind of up a little bit more expensive, but I would say the second cheapest thing I found is usually grapes. Sometimes you get like a bag of grapes for a couple bucks. I guess that's because they're also kind of more widely consumed. So that takes me on to my number one tip for eating produce. If you want to make it cheaper, well, maybe my bananas is my number one tip, but my next tip is actually to buy frozen fruit. And the reason for that is a lot of people think that frozen fruit or vegetables is not as healthy, but that's actually not true. Sometimes they find that it's actually even healthier. The reason being is they flash freeze the fruit or vegetable as soon as it's picked. And so then you're just thawing it out, and you're getting it like it was kind of like fresh picked, rather than it sitting on the back of a truck and being transported, and then sitting on the shelf of your supermarket, and then sitting on your counter at home. So over time, fruit and vegetables lose their nutritional value each day. So in that sense, frozen fruit can actually be healthier, and frozen fruit is like a fourth of the price of regular produce. It's just a lot cheaper. I guess it's probably easier for them, to produce it, all that stuff. They don't have to worry about it going bad. And that's another good thing about frozen fruit, is you can buy it in bulk. You don't have to worry about it going bad or eating it all at once, and you always have it on hand when you need it. So we love to have frozen fruit on hand at all times in the freezer. I'll give you some examples like this. We usually have a mixed berry, but we ran out. This is like a mixed fruit of lots of stuff there. What's it got? It's got pineapples and strawberries and peaches and mango. All of that's really good stuff, all mixed together. And you can buy them mixed like this. The one that we usually get is like mixed berries with blackberries and blueberries and raspberries and strawberries. Or you can get just a single kind of fruit, like that you might like blueberries or strawberries. I didn't bring them all out because it'll take too long, but peaches, mangoes, pineapples, you name it, you can probably find it as a frozen fruit. Well, at least for the most common fruits. Anyway, like I said, it's a heck of a lot cheaper. You get a lot more for your dollar if you get frozen fruit, and it has some benefits. The only drawback is, well, my wife doesn't like that. It's sometimes they're kind of soggier, but if you're adding them to stuff, you really can't tell the difference anyway, like we put it in the oatmeal. But one of the drawbacks is sometimes if it's frozen and you want to eat it, and if you want to eat it quickly, like how do you get it unfrozen? Of course, if you're doing smoothies, they're actually perfect because they're already frozen, and you can just put them in the smoothie and you're good to go. And if you're on the smoothie diet, I'll leave a link to a good smoothie diet down below. I'll also leave links to where you can get all of these different, my favorite frozen fruits. So if you want to get those and make a purchase through the link, it really helps me to provide this free content for you, and I appreciate that. So anyways, the way to thaw them out, at least quickly, is that what I do is to run it under hot water in a colander in the sink, just for a couple minutes, and that will usually thaw them out very rapidly. What they recommend usually on the bag is to put them in the microwave on like the defrost setting, but I have never really had much success with that. It helps a little bit, but I don't know, maybe we just don't have a great microwave. It's not the best microwave, so maybe that's why. Or I think they also recommend leaving them out on the counter for I don't know how many hours until they thaw out. But the thing that I found that I like to do the best for frozen food, that works the best, is I discovered this, is to actually take the frozen fruit and put however much you want into a Tupperware, like a plastic or glass Tupperware, and then set it in the refrigerator, and by the next day or morning it will be thawed out, and then you can just keep it there in the Tupperware, get however much you want, and it'll be good for, I don't know, a couple days up to a week, or so it's just like if you had bought that fresh fruit at the store, and so now you'll have it thawed out and ready to go, so you can just, I need this much over the next couple days, so I'll go ahead and thaw it out in the refrigerator, and that works really well. It will be a little bit, I guess, kind of mushier than if you bought the fresh fruit, but I like it. I like the flavor. Works well, a lot cheaper, it's more convenient. Anyway, so guys, I hope this helps. Like I said, I'm trying to teach at least 1,000 people how to live the plant-based diet life and be successful with the plant-based diet, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, whole food, plant-based, whatever your flavor is. I have been successful for the last 5 years, and I want to share my experience and knowledge and tips and tricks with you, so it doesn't have to be difficult. It can be easy. So sign up. I'll leave an email link below where you can get my and advice, and go ahead and subscribe and comment. Let me know what you think, guys, and I appreciate it. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.